There, and thanks for joining me. Madre Burkle here, Sage and Summit Consulting, and today we're talking about team rhythm. Our theme of the month is amplify capacity, and talking about teams with team rhythm is highly suitable. It works with our theme for the month. So I'm going to tell you a true story. It's a compilation of stories of a few teams. Let's just call this Team Horizon, because at every horizon, there is a team that could achieve this. So when we met this particular team, they were very smart, very committed. And on paper, they should have been absolutely thriving. But in reality, they were stuck. You could feel it the moment you walked into one of their meetings. It was tense. People half listening, very much checking their phones, and lots of talk, but no decisions. The team leader thought it was just busyness. Everybody's so busy. They've got stuff to do, I mean, we're running a business. So the real issue, however, is that the team lost something essential, their rhythm. So what do I mean by team rhythm? Team rhythm is that steady, shared pulse that high-performing teams operate with. It fuels trust, sustains energy, and sharpens clarity. And when a team loses its rhythm, even the best talent can feel like they're swimming upstream. So to help this team get back on track, we used what we call the team triangle, or the triangle of team rhythm. In each corner, trust is the emotional foundation. Energy fuels performance, and clarity is the execution compass. We tackled one corner at a time. So let's start with trust. Even Patrick Lencioni, in his 5 dysfunction of a team, trust is the foundation. We have to start there. This is often the first thing that goes when a team loses their rhythm, and the last thing anybody wants to talk about. Trust issues for this team showed up like this. People stopped being honest in meetings. There was this air of insincere politeness, insincere diplomacy. Everybody was so nice to each other. Newer voices stayed silent. Experienced folks retreated to hallway conversations, the meeting after the meeting. So what did we do? We didn't force it, we invited it. Trust cannot be forced. You pull it back into personal relationships. And we started with vulnerability, telling vulnerable stories. Each person shared a career mistake that they made and what they learned from it. And then they realized we're all just people. We've all made mistakes. We've all learned from them. Everybody comes with a journey. And slowly the guardrails started coming down. People stopped acting and performing and started connecting, because those stories resonate with everybody. It's like, oh yeah, I can see that. I had something similar. Yes. So the second activity was work styles mapping. We're all different. It sometimes comes as a shock to people that we communicate differently, we process information differently, and our preferred work style varies from person to person. We're not the same. So every person in the team shared how they work best and what triggered them. And one person said, fast decisions stress me out. Another, I need feedback, otherwise I disengage. And it wasn't fluff. It was real conversations, really good real conversations. And the third thing that we did to start building trust back is to create a team charter, a full-on team norm reset. They created or co-created norms like feedback is a gift, call it out early if you're stuck, bring your whole self to work. And the bonus was that they used the company values as a foundation for their team charter, because that enforces or just builds structure around the values that eventually then cascade into organizational culture. The result? Meetings got lighter, laughter came back, meetings had meaning, they had meat, they achieved something. And trust wasn't just superficial, insincere diplomacy. They became powerful. They really connected. Now let's talk about energy. The team is always on. No one felt energized. Everybody was running on fumes. They started showing signs of burnout. And the first activity was time protection and meeting cleanup. We audited the calendars, canceled low-value meetings, and let's face it, if it can be said on an email, we don't have to meet. If there are no decisions that need to be made or no discussion that needs to be had, it's an email. It doesn't have to be a meeting. Cancelled low-value meetings, shortened others. A meeting doesn't have to be an hour just because sometimes a calendar looks like it's divided up into hours. A meeting can be 15 minutes. And a lot can be achieved in 15 minutes. And we introduced focus blocks where there are no meetings allowed. Everybody in the leadership team had 1 or 2 focus blocks, just a protected time where they can actually just get stuff done or think or work on a bigger project, something that requires deep thinking. The next part was weekly win rituals. Every Friday, 2 simple questions. What's one win? Who do you appreciate this week? And that helps us to look more towards the positive instead of just the grind. Recognition replaced the grind. Finally, monthly energy check-ins. Each person rated the energy from 1 to 10, 10 being I'm on fire, I'm on the ball, I'm in flow, I'm good, and shared what was fueling and what's draining them. No therapy, just visibility. And with that conversation, team members learn to understand each other better, learn how to help fill each other's buckets, learned not to drain each other's buckets, learned how to collaborate better. And the fog started lifting. People started feeling human again, not just productive, but really energized. And the final aspect here is clarity. We asked them, what are your top 3 priorities? We had 17 answers, 17 different answers. No wonder execution was chaotic. And here's how we cleaned it up. Meeting cadence reset. Mondays, tactical check-ins. What are we going to achieve this week? Monthly, strategic reviews. How are we tracking on strategy execution? Quarterly, offsites to reflect and reset. Mondays, in the weeds. Monthlies, halfway between the weeds and strategy. Quarterly, strategy. Completely out the weeds. Helicopter view. The second part, ownership and decision rights. 1 owner per deliverable. And we use a simple matrix. Who decides? Who contributes? Who needs to know? Weekly priorities wall. Each Monday, we set 3 priorities, only 3 for the week. 3 things that we're going to move for that week, posted in Slack and on a physical whiteboard. Outcome, meetings had structure, they had purpose, they had a positive outcomes. Things were achieved in those meetings. It was just not just a convention of people talking in the wind. Deadlines were held steady. Decisions got way faster. Next thing, 3 months after our first session, the team had completely shifted. Trust was starting to take place and it was deepening every day. Energy was increasing steadily. And clarity, sharp. No more 17 priorities. They weren't just managing friction and avoiding conflict. They were building momentum. Now, this story is not unusual. As I said in the beginning, it's a mishmash of stories of several teams that we worked with. We see this all the time. Too many priorities, unspoken tension, unresolved conflict, exhaustion disguised as commitment, relationships transactional. And everybody always reacting, never planning, just putting out fires all the time. These are not signs of failure. It's just a sign that the team has lost its rhythm, and rhythm can be rebuilt. Every team has a rhythm. And when it's strong, you can feel it. Flow, connection, momentum. And when it's off, it's harder. Work is harder. And the good news, we can get it back. So with that, if anything in the story resonated with you and you want to add to it, please click at the bottom and leave us a few comments. Otherwise, I'll see you soon. Cheers.